Hello and welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present stories from our folk tales focused on moral values. We believe that the teachings embedded in those stories are tremendous for our young children and young adults to adapt and to become better and stronger human beings in their life. Today's story is from the Panchatantra tales. Once upon a time, there was the king of the jungle, the lion, which had grown old and weak. It was not able to find its prey on a regular basis. It had lost its strength to kill. After a few days of hunger, it was roaming in the forest looking for something that it would find by chance. The lion spotted a cave and started imagining that there are some animals inside the cave and maybe I'll get a good meal out of it. So it entered into the cave, but didn't find the animal. But the lion thought for himself that the resident of this cave will come back in the evening and let me hide inside this cave and pounce upon it when it enters into the cave in the evening. Actually, there was a jackal who used to live there. The jackal had gone out during the day and it came back in the evening as the sun was about to set. The jackal, just before entering into the cave, could see that there are footmarks of the lion outside its cave. It started taking a close look at those footmarks. It could see that the footmarks are of the lion in one direction. It doesn't seem to him that the lion has come out of the cave. However, the jackal wanted to cross-check whether his assumption is right. He wanted to do it because if he goes away from his cave, he has to find another place to live in the night. So it didn't want to suddenly leave the cave and start looking for a new place. The jackal wanted to cross-check if his assumptions were right. So he came up with a plan. He imagined the cave as a talking cave and he started talking to the cave. He said, "Hey cave, I am back here. Why are you not talking to me? Are you angry?" Naturally, the cave did not talk back. But the lion heard this. Lion thought for himself, maybe the cave is a special one and it talks to the jackal. The lion thought that if I don't take some actions, maybe the jackal will not come inside. The lion thought maybe the cave is silent because I have come inside this cave. So the lion thought that he should start talking. So the lion started talking, saying, "Hey jackal, please come inside. Welcome back." The jackal got his confirmation. And of course, the jackal ran away and saved his life. The lion was waiting, didn't find his prey and understood later that he got fooled. What do we learn from this story? Very short and interesting for sure. Many of us might have heard this story when we were children. If we really analyze this, we will see that the jackal was intelligent. He was not fearful, he was not anxious, he was not worried that he had got into a situation which he had not planned for. He didn't expect the lion to be there in his cave. Somebody has taken over his cave while he was not there. He didn't get worried about it. He accepted it. He had to first of all save his life. So he looked around. He didn't immediately enter into his cave as his usual day is. He looked around, he saw the paw marks, and he wanted to cross-check whether the lion is still inside or not. he assessed the danger. That's the first intelligent thing that he has done. The second thing is to plan that the cave is a talking cave. Third is to execute the plan, that he started talking and he got the response back from the lion and he got his confirmation. So in this story, jackal was intelligent. And naturally, the moral of the story is to act intelligently, not with heft and with worry and with fear. In the current situation, last week I was just going through an article published by NIMHANS Bangalore. It's a National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, one of the premier institutes of India. They published a research talking about a concept called worried well. What does this worried well mean? It means it refers to a group of people who are healthy but are anxious and worried and living in the fear of falling sick, falling ill. Very relevant in the current times when we are living in the time of the pandemic. Of course, there is a fear, there is a chance that one will catch the infection from the others. But do you live in a state of fear, in a state of worry, state of anxiety, or you live in a state of heightened carefulness? Naturally, the answer is just to live carefully, not live with fear. Accidents happen on the road. Do we stop walking on the road? Accidents happen on the road. Do we stop going on a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler on the road? No. People die every day. Does that mean that I live under the fear of death every day? There are exams which happen. Some people pass, some people fail, some people score very high marks, some people score average, some people score low marks. As a student, do I really live under the fear of failing the exam? Or I take the exam as a challenge, as a problem, and finding solution in the way I can overcome this problem in my own way. Yes, every paper will not be as attractive and as easy, as comfortable as we want. Every subject will not be. But do I get worried about it, anxious about it? Then what happens? My performance comes down. Like the NIMHANS paper says, that if you are living like a worried well, then your immunity gets suppressed further. You become more anxious. You are prone to infection. So what happens to the confidence of a person when the person lives in a state of fear, anxiety, and worry? The jackal was not worried, not fearful, not scared. The jackal was intelligent. It wanted to assess the danger, the level of danger, and felt that the only way it can protect itself by saving him from the killer. And it did not want to act hurriedly by running away from the situation, because there was a chance that the lion had actually come out of the cave, and the cave was available for the jackal to live happily. So it did not immediately run away from the scene looking at the paw marks of the lion. It wanted to examine. It assessed the danger, it examined, it confirmed that yes, there is danger inside, and it moved away. So that's a very intelligent way of doing it. When we are faced with a challenge, an unfavorable situation, a situation that we don't plan for in our life, it's important that we assess the situation, think intelligently about the solution, and try to implement that solution, rather than blaming one's bad luck, getting worried, getting scared, getting anxious, getting angry, and so on. Negative emotions do not help. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you liked it. I look forward to our future conversations. Thank you.